Okay, today is ground zero day. I'm actually going to do this. I just forced myself to sit for all of 3 minutes. That is technically the first thing I want to be doing in my day is 3 minutes in silence, whatever label I want to put on it, be it meditation, prayer, visioning, connecting with higher self, source, blah, whatever. No technology besides something to time it, and just to close my eyes and go within, and we'll start there to work on the habit of doing that. I can't tell you how hard this inner struggle is, and I want to be able to tell you. I guess, well, I hope if you're here watching it, I don't need to tell you when you know. But I am continuously baffled at how hard the struggle is for me. Putting it into perspective, at years where I haven't got things done, like critical things, and I keep on saying tomorrow like it's an option. I'm sure some of these things are not even options. The programs are probably not existent, and the clothes don't fit, and the stuff is rotten or molded, or I even pulled a pair of shoes out of the box and they literally fallen apart. Like they disintegrated. And it wasn't a climate controlled storage unit and a covered box, so I don't know about that. Anyway, distracting. I have done some things along these 5 years. Yes, it's been 5 years of not being in alignment, in order. But I mean, lots has happened in far as getting over certain things, understandings, beliefs, mindsets. But so much as well has gotten me into this ridiculous rut that is stealing the joy from my life. And even if I had nothing going on, I would probably like being in my space. But all I can do is try to ignore it, to exist in peace. And maybe that's why I waste so much of my day, is that ignoring it is the only way. There's many problems because of my current situation. I'm not working right now, and I don't technically then have to be anywhere for anything or anyone. My children are pretty much self-sufficient. Well, my dogs need me, and you know what, if it wasn't for them needing to go outside, who knows, maybe I would have shriveled up and went moldy. So, this is just my ground zero introductory rant. I do want to make the videos helpful. As I think about it all the time, whenever I start over, I want to be doing, my vision is to be documenting in a how-to format, also with supplementary information, which video worked for me, because I've definitely been on the path of procrastinating. I really do not need to look at another tip, trick. I do feel like I need a trip, but even I'm deferring potential little rewards I have for myself, even like a new clothing item that might have been purchased. You don't get to do that. I really want my nails done and kind of look gross. It's not even that expensive. I'm not doing that until my stuff is in order. I think I backtracked, lost what I was saying. Okay, so as I go through this each day, sharing the things that are helping me along my way, as I basically am looking at this as build like a whole sort of life makeover. I am turning mid-century marker on the planet, mid-century point. Marking the mid-century point on planet Earth is coming up. And I definitely have high expectations of a totally different experience. And can even look at this as preparation for that. I thought I'd be bringing it in all in buff shape. But I'm out of time. But if I was on the pathway of getting into shape, I think that would be fine as well. But I keep on reducing my standards and saying I'll get there eventually. Also, because I have had some prior successes in life, thinking, oh, I can do it later. It's not that I don't feel a lot of the things I listen to. It's the fear and it's this. I'm not afraid. And a lot of things are, well, if you have something motivating that you desire. I don't really desire anything. Like, I just kind of would rather be done with planet Earth. And I don't want to say that in a negative way. It's not really that, like, what else could this place really show me? I mean, I would kind of like to maybe, you know, have a life partner. Not to say, like, well, that would be good. I have to say my biggest complaint is my loneliness, and sometimes you want to get going, it's like, why bother? Like, literally nobody knows if I exist. If I did shrivel up and went moldy and perished away, it'd probably only be the smell that would go out into the hallway condo corridor that might alert somebody. Might take a while. So, anywho, the stress of knowing the things that I've let go is really crazy. It does make me nauseous and causes a lot of anxiety. I had heard the explanation that anxiety is your inner unsettlement, knowing you're so out of alignment with where you're supposed to be in life. And that makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. Never really had anxiety before. I remember I could understand, like, you know, the experience or the explanation of depression and other conditions, but like what is anxiety like? Is it having too much coffee or caffeine? But I definitely have had more than my fair share of anxiety in these last 5 to 7 years. And it's just time for a new life experience and time for this. This is Humpty Dumpty to put this back together again, right? Yeah, everything may be broken and shattered, but it's time to put the pieces back together. To start my systems, essay system analysis. Oh, hey, I like that. Essay system analysis. Shifting from procrastination paralysis. That should be the title of my show. What do you think? SA system analysis. From procrastination paralysis to performing productively and spectacularly amazingly. Okay, that's a lot of words. But it also does fit with my initials, SAP. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's a wrap. For Ground Zero, check-in day today, wearing my son's shirt, partially because I haven't done laundry in maybe over a year. Well, I've done some here and there, but I have laundry that's could be, yeah, is over a year of washing required. Yep, I do. I think I'm pretty much out now. Bought new clothes, but anyway, okay. It really is a disaster. I hope I can find the way to share it where it's effective as well. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time editing videos and wasting my time doing that. Documentation is on my priority to make some use out of this mess. But I don't spend hours doing it and getting nothing done either. So let's see how just a regular video goes. Let's just try this as it is. So again, today's ground zero of the SA System Analysis Life Makeover, from cluttered chaos to order and harmony, cleanliness and clarity. Whatever products, tools, processes, resources, reviews, things I purchased, support systems. I'm just gonna put it all in there and try to make a business out of it too. I do shop a lot, meaning if I'm gonna buy something, I'm reviewing everything to make sure my purchase, I'm happy with it. And I think that's valuable information, especially in the health and the wellness area, because of my background in biology, many decades, multiple decades, yeah, several, more than one. In natural healthcare, fitness, and even, within the Western medical system as well. I guess could be a comprehensive, well-rounded perspective, although I'm not a fan of the petroleum-based byproduct pharmaceutical industry. But, there is some things like, just really, if you have an infection, just sometimes you need an antibiotic, okay? And it is effective, that's for sure. Are there natural things? Yes. Does take some rigor and patience. And I'm rambling. But as an example of information that I do want to share, I have lots of things that I want to do, but everything is chaotic and all over the place. So I can't be counted on to do anything, not even the wonderful thoughts that I might have in my head. Not even to make a plan to go somewhere. And I guess that is my own inner frustration now. Is that my vessel is immobilized. My mind is pretty decent as far as problem solving, knowledge, like it's definitely good enough. Could I count on myself to get anything done? No. Not at all. Is anybody gonna help me at all? No. Does anybody care? Not that I know of. And I actually really, I want to go on the Egypt tour, and any place I did go, I had my home in order before I went. I mean, like, everything was done down to the toothpaste, which I don't use traditional toothpaste, lid, cleaned. It's just part of that preparation, feeling everything's done to enjoy your time. And that might be the last time I remember having my home in order, but it would have never been fully in order. There would have been a clutter pile somewhere. The storage units might have been full. And I guess that being said, I need to remember the progress and gratitude, but I'll be building all of these things even into my daily habit, one at a time, and holding records to document each habit, action, pattern, system, strategy that I implement. Because I'm pretty sure, like, for me personally, I've given enough thought about even what that includes and how I'm going to go about it. It's just really the doing that needs to be done. And although my system is for myself, the process is definitely transferable to anyone. You know, just the metrics and the indicators would change. Yeah. So I'm probably even rambling here so I don't get started on what I need to be starting on. So I did do my mind moments, maybe we could call it that. And I spoke about that, and that is my first habit, because you got to get your thoughts straightened out, or like you're all over the place. And that is why I'm choosing that one. But on day one, I will go into my habit strategy, my habit tracker. Even on day one, there's going to be a lot, because there's going to be why I picked that habit. Maybe I should do another day zero video about the actual how to, because I'm going to look at my actual habit tracker and do a demonstration on that. And then I'd be talking, okay, what do I need for that? I needed an Excel subscription. How did I get that? So I can talk about, you know, some efficiencies, like how to get a month for free. It's pretty obvious. You can sign up, and if you need to create another account to get another free month, if you're stuck, then great. The free one on the website is just not really working so well for me. So it's only about $11 a month, and it's just something worth paying for. But you should always be able to view your documents, just not edit, or I think even resave like a version. I don't even know if you could do that. So you're very limited. So I guess I even need to think about delivery for videos. One is I want to make them structured so they're quick, because I can tell people don't have a lot of attention span. And for it to be effective, I want it just to be on the subject. So how to habits, how to support systems. So that's where the Excel would come in, the membership. Because I find neat little functional tips and tricks, and I want to be sharing those. And maybe create a sort of, like, back in the day there was like a Craigslist, like a Sherry's list of stuff, Sherry stuff, like a resource guide. And I can always be adding to it, reviewing things. But there's just so many products, solutions, options, things to sort out in life. It's just, here's what I've done, and they can be upgraded at any time. And, you know, maybe have like a subscription to my private collection. Maybe some affiliate links to my favorite products. And I'm probably going to start today with a product review. I bought this upholstery cleaner. This is the manual for it. And I'm like, hey, before I actually unbox this, why don't I video the unboxing and do like an authentic product review. The first few I clicked on YouTube were very not well done for this particular product, in my opinion. So let's give that a try. And I shopped a lot for this particular product, and it is tying up, then everything is related. I have to clean up a mess that's delaying moving a bunch of other things, and I need the upholstery cleaner to do it. But then I'm like, well, I don't want to unbox the upholstery cleaner unless I actually take a video, because I want to use it for my product review, because that's tied to some business idea and some income potential, which is ultimately at the root of almost every problem. Because if I had unlimited resources financially, I would just hire a helper. Because part of my procrastination and my obstacles is actually a disability, in that my mental health, through long-term repetitive trauma and some burst of acute trauma, have really magnified my underlying mental health conditions that were, for the most part, well enough managed that I was able to have successes in life, not without struggles, but who doesn't? I would say that I didn't understand my struggles, and that is unfortunate because I would have been able to manage them better, and certainly I don't believe would have been subject to so much criticism. And I feel that's even part of the current situation of my family alienation, although they would seem to say they have other opinion, and I don't want to get on that topic too much. But yeah. Certain challenges that I have had would just not have been a thing if I had a little bit of support, community, family, friends, some fellow human beings. I got my dogs, but they can't really help you out too much, and they do make quite a mess, and they're kind of expensive. So, yeah. Okie dokie. I guess that's a wrap again. Obviously, I ramble. And this is ground zero, but I will get the videos more to the point, to be effective, and to document a strategy. Should I show my home order? Probably. Maybe that will have to be the private vault stuff. I don't really want to put it all up on the internet, but if I don't show it, how am I going to document my progress? And if I take the video and put it up and say I'll show it later, it just doesn't freaking happen. So for me, I think, because I'm so removed from any accountability, and I've tried a few ways to get some, just has never worked, that is a part of my reason of putting things online about my life makeover process, performance that hasn't happened yet, that I've kept on really trying to do. That the online aspect will be my pseudo accountability mechanism, because at least there's documentation and history. If you're gone for, like, I put this up there like, hey, I'm gonna be back like tomorrow, and I'm not, I can't go back to yesterday and put up a video, if you know what I mean. I would like to work on some things and load them in date order. That's even had me stuck. I can do naming conventions to sort alphabetically, sure, but yeah, that's how the OCD aspect of me gets systematically crippled, because I go into such complexity about how I'm going to do things that I don't do them until the system is sorted out, which I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be easy, but I actually don't get to the doing, and I'm severely repeating myself. Okay, I might just put this up there and see what happens with my whole 1 subscriber.